So you go on YouTube, you search up Tears of the Kingdom duplication glitches, you go through every single one and you realize you can't do any of them because you haven't got Mineru. Well, let's fix that.
It's Mainey.
Welcome back, guys, to another Tears of the Kingdom how-to video, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you how to get Mineru, however you say her name, in order to pull off some of the insane duplication glitches. So without further ado, let's get straight into what you're going to need first. First things first, you're going to want to make sure you have finished the Crisis at Hyrule Castle quest, which means you have finished all 4 of the Strange Phenomena quests, as well as beaten Phantom Ganon inside of Hyrule Castle. Next up, make sure you have at least 10 hearts and have at least 2 stamina wheels. And if you don't have 2 stamina wheels, that's okay. Just make sure you bring enough stamina food so that you can replenish when you need to. And finally, you need to have the camera app. If you don't already have the camera app at this point in the game, then you need to go back to Lookout Landing and follow Robbie and Josh's storylines until you receive the camera. Just a quick disclaimer, guys, it is possible to get Mineru without clearing the storm. It's just a little bit harder because you have to navigate your way through the storm, which can be extremely annoying and frustrating because you cannot see anything. But if you do make it to this shrine, then you can skip ahead in this video because you'll be right at the door where Mineru's head is. But I'm going to be showing you the easy way, which is also the proper way. Now that you've finished all of the prerequisites, you want to head over to Lookout Landing and find Pura, where she will give you a quest called Find the 5th Sage. Next, you want to make your way over to Kakariko Village, where you will find Paya and Taro looking up at the ring ruins. Upon speaking with Paya, she will introduce you to Taro, who is an esteemed member of the Zonai survey team. They will inform you that Zelda ordered them not to go near the floating ruins, but at this point in the game, it's already known that this Zelda is a phony. So Paya and Taro decide to conduct their survey anyway, but can't seem to find a way up. Make your way up the houses and use Ascend to get up into the ring ruin. Head over to the end of the corridor where you will see a stone slab. Take out your camera and take a picture of the stone slab and head back down to Paya and Taro. Paya and Taro decipher what the slab means and eventually send you on your way to Dracozo Lake. Head over to this spot on the map, which is the tail of the lake, and follow the lake up to the mouth. Whilst traveling up the lake, you will find the first lit up entrance, which is blocked by vines. Slice the vines and head over to the chest where you will find the first piece of the charged armor set. Continue up the river until you come across the second entrance blocked by rocks. Blast the rocks to smithereens, head over to the chest where you will find the second piece of the charged armor set. Once you reach the mouth of the lake, you will see a campfire. Look to the right and head over to the third lit entrance. Head inside, go up the stairs, open the chest where you will receive the final piece of the charged armor set. Head back down and speak to Taro. Try to ignore the extremely peculiar noise he makes and pay more attention to the mural that you're standing in front of. If you're savvy enough, you'll notice that the person in the mural is wearing the charged armor set that you've just collected and is offering up what looks like a Zonai charge to an altar. Go ahead and finish up the dialogue and head over to this point of the lake. And once you arrive, you will notice another lit entrance, but this time there's no chest waiting for you, but there is an altar. Open up your inventory and take out a large charge and place it on the altar. And if you haven't already, go ahead and change into your charged armor set. As you can see here, if you're not wearing the charged armor set, nothing will happen. But as soon as you have both things in play, the armor and the charge on the altar, you will trigger a cutscene. And just like that, the storm is now cleared from the sky. The next task at hand is to get up to Dragonhead Island. If you have a hover bike or enough Zonai devices to build a flying machine, then go ahead and do that. But if you don't worry, there's still an easy way to get up there. You're just going to need those 2 stamina wheels or enough stamina food to get you through. Make your way over to the Poplar Foothills Skyview Tower and launch Link's behind into the sky. Take out your nifty little paraglider and float your way over to the floating islands. As you get closer, the weather will change to strictly thunder and lightning, so make sure you immediately remove any metal weapons or shields that you have. But if you already have the lightning helm, then equip that, and that way you can still have your weapons and shields out. Make your way through the islands until you eventually get to Dragonhead Island. There are a couple of old maps and Sage's Wheels to find here, so be sure to take your time. Once you've made your way through all of the floating islands, you will find yourself above Dragonhead Island. Go ahead and drop down into this opening here where you will find the Joku-Yu Shrine. Once your feet are on the ground, complete the shrine if you haven't already, then head north a short distance until you see the massive doors. Approach the doors ensuring that you have at least 10 hearts, hold down A, and provide Link with words of encouragement so that he is able to open these doors.
You can do it. I believe in you. Just believe in yourself. Keep going. I love you. You're handsome. Yes, you can do it. That's right. Yes.
Despite losing 10 hearts, Link's heart is now full of love, and with the power of friendship, Link is now able to open the doors.
Friendship is everything.
Run up and grab Mineru's head, go through the cutscene, and slowly head down the ramp to get to the platform. Once you get onto the platform, fuse the head onto the wing, and then go ahead and build a flying machine using 2 fans and a steering stick. Place Optimus Prime onto the ramp, jump onto the steering stick, and try your hardest to fly in a straight line. If you correctly followed the green line, you will eventually end up at this bird statue with very long toes. Take Mineru's head to this pillar to trigger a cutscene where the bird's toes will slowly rise to glory. If one green line wasn't enough, Mineru's head will now shoot another one. Take Mineru's head and follow the green line towards the next pedestal. Place Mineru's head on the pedestal to trigger a cutscene taking you down into the depths.
I'm going down.
Upon arriving into the depths, Mineru's head will get excited again and shoot yet another beam for you to follow. Pick up Mineru's head and follow the green beam over to the factory. Use Ultra Hand to place Mineru's head into the placeholder. This will trigger a cutscene showing you the locations of the 4 storehouses holding the rest of Mineru's body. Head northwest to the first storehouse. Cross over this bridge, run towards this broken pillar, and descend up to the entrance of the right arm depot. Press A on this panel thingamajiggy to make the right arm drop down from storage.
Bam.
Use Ultra Hand to put the right arm on this conveyor belt. Say goodbye as it slowly leaves you behind. Take this lonely small wheel up the conveyor belt to join your right arm chilling with 3 more small wheels. Attach all 4 wheels to the right arm and place him on this electrified platform to create Lightning McQueen. Shoot Lightning McQueen with an arrow and watch him do what he does best. Once Lightning McQueen has passed the finish line, fly over to him and greet him with some champagne and a trophy. If you do not have a trophy or some champagne, do not fear, as this is not actually the Pixar film Cars. Take what was formerly known as Lightning McQueen into the next room. Over in this corner, you will find a steering stick. Take the steering stick and attach it to FKA Lightning McQueen. Jump into your brand new ride and drive your way back down to the factory. Once you've carefully parked nearby, your brand new ride will explode, exposing the right arm for you to place into the placeholder.
I have an arm.
Head northeast towards the skeleton in the direction of the green lights heading towards the next storehouse. Once you make it to the top, you'll be high enough to glide over to the right leg depot. Press A on the green panel thingamajiggy again and release the right leg from storage.
Bam.
Use Ultra Hand to pick up the leg and put it on the platform. Give the fans a good whack to ascend. When you get to the top, walk right past these railings because they're a load of rubbish and just head to the back of the room. Lift the leg as high as you can up against this wall and hold it there for a couple seconds before dropping it. Ascend up the platform, use recall to raise the leg into the air, and then use Ultra Hand to catch it and bring it up onto the platform. Place the leg on the lift and give the fans a good whack to lift the lift. Once you get to the top, grab the nearby fans and put them nearby the leg. Fly across this gap in the water and climb up onto the ledge. Up here you will find a wing and a steering stick. Attach the steering stick to the wing and now take the wing back down to the leg. Attach both fans and the leg to the wing. Place the wing on the track. Start your engine, ease off the track and take an immediate nosedive towards the factory. Once you've safely landed, take the leg over to the placeholder and place it inside of Mineru's template. 2 down, 2 to go.
I have a leg.
For the third body part, head southeast past the enemy camp and into the left leg depot. Once inside, head over to the green circly thingamabob to release the left leg from storage. Use Ultra Hand to put the left leg onto the lift. Give the rocket on the lift a Will Smith backhand to rise up into the air like a god. If you manage to land without breaking your knees, take the left leg and put it onto this bridge. However, if you broke your knees whilst playing this game, you should probably call the emergency services. Pick up one of these rockets using Ultra Hand and attach it to the leg. Turn this wheel counterclockwise to lower the bridge. Once you've gotten your bridge to this angle, launch your leg. With any luck, it won't plummet into the ocean below. Head over to this hole in the wall to ascend above and join your leg. If your leg flew too far like mine, just recall it.
Leg. Leg. Leg, I'm calling you. Hello, leg.
Perfect. At the back of the room, you will see a ramp with lasers blocking your way. Take your leg as a sacrifice for the lasers. Hold your leg in the air for a few seconds, recall it, and sneak underneath. Grab all of the zonite, use Ultra Hand to pick up the skateboard, hold it under the lasers for a couple of seconds, recall it, and sneak underneath. Be sure to end the recall so that the skateboard doesn't go back to its original spot. Bring the skateboard down to the track. Attach your leg to the skateboard. Head back over to this lift and steal a rocket, or 3. Attach the rockets to your skateboard, jump on top, give the rocket a whack, and head towards the factory. Attempting a kickflip could result in instant death. Place the left leg box in front of the template for it to explode. Insert the leg, and now we have one more body part to go. Head southwest towards the last storehouse. Swiftly run past these dancing trees. Run up the ramp towards the lights until you reach the entrance of the left arm depot. Press A on this thing again to release the left arm from storage. Take the left arm through the door. If the door's not already open like mine is, then open it. Detach the big wheels from the back of the door and attach them to either side of the left arm. Pick up the steering stick in the corner of the room and attach it to the top of the left arm. Once attached, place your new two-wheeler in the lava facing forward. Hop onto the two-wheeler, being careful not to roast your hiney. Drive across the lava in a straight line. Once across, move this random wheel out of the way and put your two-wheeler between the gates like this. Hop on top of the two-wheeler and drive in yet another straight line. Once you reach the end, bring the two-wheeler close to the door. Use Ultra Hand to lift the door up, holding it up for a few seconds. Let go, use recall on the door, and sneak the two-wheeler underneath. Place the two-wheeler in the water. Pick up this fan and attach it to the two-wheeler. Hop on top of your two-wheeler turned yacht and go super speed. Slowly go down the water slide without crashing. Perfect. If you find yourself hugging the wall like I did, remove the fan, throw the two-wheeler off the edge, then continue down the stream. Once you reach the end of the stream, use Ultra Hand to pick up the two-wheeler and carry it the rest of the way. Place it down in front of the template to explode the left arm box. Insert the left arm and Frankenstein is complete.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! In the name of God! Now I know what it feels like to be God!
Now that Mineru's body is complete, she will send you to the spirit temple and mark it on your map.
Be located here.
Hop on the back of Mineru and head directly south to this first station. Once there, equip yourself with some crazy gear. Head directly east through a wave of enemies, defeating them if you wish or just bypassing them to the next station. Here you can fuse a fan to your back, giving you the ability to sprint like Naruto. Head southeast until you arrive at the next station. Once you arrive, equip yourself with a noob tube and then proceed west to what seems like a giant rib cage. Make your way through the giant rib cage, being sure to noob tube anything that crosses your path. You can also opt to go noob tubeless and run straight through. Eventually you will reach a blue Hinox. Greet the Hinox with kindness and keep it pushing. When you reach the next station, equip 2 cannons and replace your fan. Depending on how kind you were to the Hinox, you may or may not need to run away, as it may or may not be chasing you. Use the cannons to blast through the rocks. Alternating your noob tubes from left to right will make you blast through the rocks faster. Continue southeast until you come across a school of bokoblins on a field trip. Bully them. Take their lunch money. When you arrive at the next station, spend their lunch money on some sweet upgrades. Fuse a rocket to your back, head over to this broken bridge and fly up. You have now arrived at the Spirit Temple. Head inside and examine this statue in the middle of the room. Mineru will now tap into her murderous side and catch a body, sending everybody to hell below. Once you're at the bottom, head towards the secret stone. You will be stopped in your tracks and end up having a face-off against Mineru's broken second cousin once or twice removed. Killing cousins is never advised. However, to defeat this one, all you have to do is blast it with the cannon to batter it into the barbed wire ropes, over and over and over again. If your cannons run out, then head over to the corners to find spiked iron balls. That way, when you weaken him next time, you can literally run up to him and batter him with the spiked iron ball. Once you get the second cousin once or twice removed down to half health, it will devolve into a Gen Alpha iPad kid, throw a big tantrum and fly into the air. Simply shoot him down and batter him into the ropes. Repeat this process over and over and over again until he's completely battered and has learnt his lesson. Eternally grateful for its demise, it will put on a light show for you like the 4th of July. Collect your heart piece and head over to the Sacred Stone. The real Mineru will stand up and present you with 100 cutscenes, but at the end of it all, you now have Mineru. Fast travel out of the Spirit Temple and run outside of the main area. Eventually, you'll be stopped in your tracks and presented with the Vow of Mineru. From this point on, you will be able to summon Mineru whenever you want, and you'll now be able to do every single duplication glitch in the game. Well guys, this video took me friggin' forever to make and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please do me a favor and leave a like, comment and subscribe. I'm gonna keep banging out all this content for you guys, but if nothing else, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.